Welcome to the Church Sound Podcast, part of the Repurpose Network, where kingdom culture, real life, and technology intersect. I'm your host, Prentice Thompson, and what we do, we talk to real people, pastors, leaders, engineers, tech people, manufacturers, worship leaders, all about church, technology, and provide solutions for a successful Sunday morning service. You ready? It's time to take a ride. Let's go. Yes, and welcome to another edition of the Church Sound Podcast. I'm your humble host, Mr. Prentice Thompson. Man, you guys make me feel so great inside, even though, I say this every week. You guys applaud, and it's man-made. I feel so good. I feel free. I feel. Welcome to the Church Sound Podcast. We always try to get information to you. I decided at the top of the year to really focus our attention towards small churches. And I want to bring to your attention that is exactly what's happening. So what I'd like you to do, if you are listening or watching, make sure that you like, subscribe, review, leave a comment. And if you are watching, make sure that you hit the subscription and the notification bell on all the platforms. You can find us at the churchsoundpodcast.com. You can find us on Repurpose Network, which we are a part of a collection of podcasters. You see the logo, like it's over here, logo right here, if you're watching. We're a collection of podcasters who have come together for the greater good of the people, making sure that you're inspired and make sure you get the information that you need. Especially here, because our mantra is to make sure you have a successful Sunday morning service. And today we're going to talk about why is being prepared a key to success. And this past weekend, I experienced something that I've never experienced before when things go wrong. Because things will go wrong. So let me just paint the picture so you can really get the scenario. So I mixed front of house at my church. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. And, technology is great when everything works. But it's kind of like if you don't have this one thing, like anything in your life, you don't have this one thing, nothing works. Like try to get in your house without the key. This little small thing sitting on in your back pocket, you can't do nothing. You can't get in the house. If you leave, you can't lock the door. It's the little things. So the church is fairly good sized church. So they have a Advantis console, they have iMac Reg, great lighting setup, 4 cameras, 2 Pro Presenter, 3 screens, well organized, well oiled team that I'm a part of. I'm not the TD director. I'm not none of those things. I just mix front of house, right? For this church. So normally when you come in, sound check, tech people arrive at about 7 a.m. It's 3 services. So we're there till like about 1 p.m. So we get there about 7 to do, line check cameras, you check, lights, relays, everything. And everything is working except the amps will not turn on. Now they have a relay system from Waves, and for some reason the relay was not working. We could not get the amps to turn on manually or through the system. So while this is happening, they're working on lights, getting lights together. They're getting cameras together, getting all the ancillary things together. The band and the praise and worship team are all on ears, which is great because now we can at least sound check for what they need. So the band's playing, we're sound checking for ears while we are trying to troubleshoot getting these amps turned on. Can't get the amps turned on. It's now a quarter to 8. We can't get the amps turned on. So this is where I realized that no one was nervous. No one was nervous. And we just said, hey, listen, let's get a portable system that we have in the back. It's 12s, 2 sets of double 15s subs. Let's patch them into the board. Let's dial it in. And literally everyone just jumped into help mode. No one was nervous. No one was freaking out. No one was raising their voice. No one was nervous. No one had any nervous energy. It was like, we know we're going to solve this. We know God is with us. We know what we're doing. Why? Because we've been prepared. We are not nervous because we know what to do. So this is the great thing about being at this church. The drummer is really the head engineer, right? I'm mixing, but he's the head guy. I'm mixing. The MD is also an engineer. So all three of us are like, okay, cool. So let's go get these tops. Let's put them on sticks. They put the 50 in. Let's get the amps in. Let's patch them in. Everyone knows what they're doing. This is a speaker on. No. The speaker on. No, that's a pro. That's a power con. Go get the speaker on cable. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's speaker. Okay, cool. No one is freaking out. No one is freaking out. By 8:20, we had our system up. We had our subs. We dialed in the room. Obviously we were massaging it as we go. And we said, okay, cool. And this is what we do for sound check. Sound check is not just run through the songs. No, we run through the service, except for the speaking, except for the preached word. We run through how it's going to go, how lights are going to turn on, what cameras are going to do, what's pro presenter doing, making sure the lyrics are straight. All of these things are worked out in a official sound check. We run through the service except for the preached word. Doors open. First service is at 9 a.m. Doors open at 8:45. I'm playing pre-service music at 8:45. And every service just got better. First service is like, it's not perfect, but it's good. Second service, okay, yeah, we got it locked in. Third service, okay, yeah, now I can play. No one was nervous. No one was out of pocket. The pastors weren't freaking out. They were like, is anything we can do to help? Hey, can someone help me go pick these up? Can somebody help carry these things up? Hey, Prentice, can you wire this up? Yep. Can you get power for this? Yep. Hey, listen, can we patch this in? How are we running it? We're running it this way. Okay, cool. Okay, how are we running? You need me to check anything? Because everyone was trained. Everyone was trained, and this is the thing. Everyone knew that everything was going to be great. So when we opened the doors at 8:45, the worship team, all the tech staff, all the tech volunteers, we all went to the green room. We had a short Bible study. We prayed, and we went out and made Jesus famous. Now, I've been in situations where people would freak out when things go wrong, when things aren't the way it always is every Sunday. And you know why? Because they're not trained. They're not prepared. See, being prepared means taking proactive steps to ensure that you're ready for whatever may come your way. Being prepared for opportunities has benefits. It increases your chances of success. This is the thing. When you're prepared, you're able to act quickly and decisively when opportunities arrive, when circumstances arrive, when things go awry. You're able to make decisive choices because you're prepared. How are you prepared? Because you're trained. You're trained. You're trained, which means you're comfortable when things go wrong. Because doing any type of multimedia in any church, you are constantly troubleshooting. You are constantly troubleshooting. There's no moment that you're not troubleshooting because you are. You're troubleshooting. Things go wrong all the time. Things happen all the time. But the more you're prepared and the better that you are trained, the quicker and decisive choices are made in the heat of battle. The reason why I love mixing front of house is because you're on the seat of your pants at all times. And I love that. I love the house on fire. I love when it's just me. I love that. I love it. But there are people who run from it because they don't want the pressure that goes along with it. I love it. I love making things swing. That's what I call making it happen. So I want to say to all the small churches out there, all churches, medium, small, and large, make sure that your team is trained. And how do you get training? Good question. Good question. There are a lot of ways that you can get training. I can train you. There's a lot of people out there that can help you train your teams. But you have to prepare for your greatest moment. You know, I thought about this just a moment ago. Do you remember going to fire drill when you was a kid? You remember going to fire drill and you say, "Oh, everybody line up." Everyone lines up. He said, "Now this happens. We go out of this exit." And no matter how many times you say, "Yeah, we going out of this exit." And then all of a sudden, a real fire happens. You know what happens? Your instinct kicks in and you know exactly what to do. The instructors know what to do. The teacher knows what to do. The principal knows what to do. Everyone knows what to do. No one's freaking out because we all know what to do. Why? Because we have practiced this. We've done this 2 or 3 or 4 times a year. Fire drill, fire drill, fire drill. It's the same thing with doing media at your church. Do you have a media drill? Is your team effectively trained? And if not, you need to get some training for them. You have to get some training for them. It's imperative that you get some training for them. I hope this was insightful because I was so proud of the team. Now, I don't run the team. I'm just a part of it. I was so proud of the team because at the end of the day, the word of God went forth with power and conviction, and people were saved. And at the end of the day, no matter what button you press, no matter what camera you are focusing, no matter what mic you're singing on, no matter what drum head you're tuning, at the end of the day, we are doing it for this one reason: to bring souls to the kingdom. To bring souls to the kingdom. So I'm going to say it like I always say: keep God first in everything you do. And I will see you next time right here on the Church Sound Podcast.